What's up, everyone? Hi, and again, my name is Toby, and welcome to the LalakingMahiwaga podcast from Chamber of Euphoria. This will gonna be like a new sizzling hot episode that we will going to do. All right, and hope you guys already followed my YouTube channel. That is like a new established account of mine where I do, of course, um, post my podcast videos, episodes. So I'm still like coping up about how YouTube works, and yeah, I'm still figuring out, you know, studying the how the analytics work, how to like grow your subscriber and your potential what you call as viewers or listeners when you're um doing a podcast content, by the way. But still we're good. Still a Spotify. May look for me in Spotify, of course. Lalaki podcast. And yeah, let's go ahead into the bottom line about the topic that we're going to discuss for today's episode. Um, I think this will gonna be um like a relevant on topic um for this generation. And also like there's a lot of occurrence that is actually like happening when it comes to ghosting, right? So in this episode we're going to talk about what is ghosting and why does it happen and what can you do to move past it. All right, this is like a really relevant topic nowadays because there's a lot of people, or like 25% of the people actually what they call is experienced ghosting. So we will going to break that down. What are the causes, what are the signs, and how you can actually move past it if someone actually ghosted you. And this will gonna be another best episode of Lalaki Mahiwaga podcast. So let's go ahead and start. So first of all, what is ghosting? So guys, ghosting or suddenly disappearing from someone's life without so much as a call, email, or text has become a common phenomenon in this modern dating world. All right, like to be honest, and also in other social and professional settings. Okay, now according to like a result from what um studies, all right, from I think that was 2018 if I'm not mistaken. Like I did actually read some articles and also forum. Like around 25% of people have been ghosted at some point. All right. So of course, all right, guys, the innovation, the rise of electronic communications, and also the popular dating apps like Grindr, Tinder, and Bumble have seemingly made it easier to make break quick connections with someone you just met with a swipe. Okay, like, but ghosting is more complex a phenomenon that you might think. All right, now listen on this episode to learn why people ghost, how to know when you're being ghosted, and what to do once you figure out that you've been ghosted. So the first question is, why do people ghost? Okay, kailangan ba natin ng ano dito, paranormal expert? Because, we actually heard like a ghost. Okay, like minulto tayo. Isn't that funny thing? But yeah, lalaki mahiwaga, why do people ghost? People ghost for all sort of reason that can vary in complexity. All right. Now, here are just some many reason why people ghost. Let me give you some examples. First of all, we have the number one, fear. Fear of the unknown is hardwired into humans. All right? Like you must decide to end it because you're scared of getting to know someone new or scared of their reaction to breaking up. All right? Fear. All right? Second, conflict avoidance. Why? All right. Humans are intensively social. All right? Lalo na karamihan sa atin. And also disrupting social relationship on any sort. Like whether good or bad, alam mo yun, like you can have an effect on your quality of life, but as a result, you may feel more comfortable never seeing someone again rather than facing the potential conflict or resistance that can happen during the breakup. Third, lack of consequences. Yeah, what do I mean by that? If you barely just met someone and you might feel like there isn't any, at stake since you probably don't share any friends or much else in common, it might seem like a big deal if you just walk out on their life. Again, this last one. Alright, lagi ko tong inuulit-ulit. Alright, sa karamihan sa mga podcast episodes ko. Alright, this will be what like reasons. Alright, a lot. Hindi talaga to mawawala sa mga podcast episodes ko. The last one is self-care. Oh, bakit na naman lalaki mahiwaga? If relationship is having a negative effect on your quality of life, cutting out of contact can sometimes seems like the only way to seek your own well-being without the fallout of breakup and parting of way. Okay, self-care. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and provide you some scenarios, all right, which you might be ghosted along with someone's thought and as to why. First of all is casual dating partner. Guys, if you've been like on a couple dates and your date suddenly vanishes, it might be because they didn't feel romantic spark. Go to go too busy to commit to keep in touch or just weren't ready for the next step. All right? Yeah, casual dating. Tapos may nangyayari na sa'yo. Like, what the fuck? And then suddenly, someone, like, ginost ka. Oh, putang ina, ano na nangyari? Wala. Shit, di ba? Alright, that's what they call like a free trial. Alright, it's just like a subscription on Netflix. If you don't want it to like continue subscription, just use the fucking trial, on Spotify or something like that. There's a lot. So that's one of the seemingly reason why people ghost. Exactly, okay? Like parang skin lang yan sa Mobile Legends or sa mga like games that you played, alright? There's a free trial card. Alright? That casual dating. Nag-uusap kayo, blah blah blah, and then suddenly, boom! Viola. Second one. Let's continue. Friend. Why friend? If a friend you regularly hang out or chatted with suddenly stop responding to your text or call, they might be ghosting you. Why? They may have something in their life that's keep them busy. If it turns out that they've ghosted you, if could B, they decided it, or it would be too complicated or painful to explain that they don't want to be friends with you anymore. See, there's a lot of tendencies, or right, variations, or varieties of like scenarios why people ghost. Third one is coworker. Ghosting can happen in office too. Like there is more like commonly seen when someone leaves the company. All right. While you may have regular chatting in the office and maybe hang out, out some after work, for some people, it might be too difficult to maintain friendship with former colleagues while you're trying to fit in with the new ones. Guys, hindi ibig sabihin, alright, na if someone ghosted you, you're into like, papunta na kayo sa stage of getting like a romantic love relationship, some kind of level up. No. Ghosting can apply to any varieties, alright? Friend, at school, at work, it's alright? As long as you invested a feeling and then suddenly, that person, never talks to you again, that's actually ghosting, okay? Like, wag niyong pahirapan yung sarili niyo about how ghosting works. Alright? Pag meron kayong nakasundong isang tao, alright, and like, in the first day, second day, sobrang gaan yung kausap, fourth day, a week, and past, and then suddenly, bigla siyang nawala. Boom, that's actually ghosting, okay? Hindi lang ibig sabihin nun dahil, maybe hindi talaga siya interesado sa'yo, sinubukan ka lang yung kausapin. Or like free trial ka lang sa kanya, like just a trial card. Or maybe boring lang siya, di ba? Bibigyan ko kayo ng mga reason for you to overthink. Okay? And then bahala na kayo mag-come up kung ano yung gusto nyong isipin. Okay? I'm not here to provide or give you some advice, pero nandito ako para bigyan kayo ng mga overthinking thoughts tsaka what ifs. Okay? That's what I do. Now, let's say, how to know if you're being ghosted. Like, na-ghost ka na ba? Or is the person on the other end just temporarily too busy or distracted to get back to you? Or maybe here are some signs, alright, that can tip you when you're being ghosted. Alright? Ito yung mga some reasons, okay, or signs. Is this normal behavior for them? Alright, that's a question. Alright? Because some people seem to go off the grid for a long period of time before getting back to you. Alright? Pero kasi, di ko, like, ayoko sana sabihin, like, you're jumping into conclusion or magpaparker ka sa isang conclusion, alright, na hindi naman natin alam yung reason. Like, for example, alright, malay natin talagang busy yung tao, may priorities in life na dapat unahin, instead of like getting in touch with you. Of course, syempre, di ba, mag-overthink ka. Like, ano na kayang ginagawa niya? Bakit hindi kailangan ba siyang tawagan? Blah, blah, blah. Syempre marami kang bagay na iisipin about that, about sa ganong scenario, ganong occurrence. But it might not be a big deal if they don't respond very quickly. Because if they are usually responsive and suddenly stop calling or texting you back for an unusual long period of time, ibig sabihin, yun na yung turning point na ginost ka na. Alright? Kasi meron yung indication if ginost ka ba talaga or hindi. Okay? If that people actually just not responding to your text or call, hindi nagpaparamdam na like a week, alright? We don't know what's the fucking reason. Pero nagparamdam siya sa'yo after a week. And then pinaliwanag niya yung mga reason kung bakit siya hindi nakakapag-update, blah blah blah. Bakit nag-update sa'yo? Putang ina, kayo ba? Hindi pa nga kayo mag-jowa, ba't kanya i-update? Diba? See? That's a possibility. Now, kung hindi na talaga siya nagparamdam sa'yo for a very long period of time, that's the indication that you might have been ghosted. Second one, did anything change in the relationship? Yeah. Did you say something that they reacted strongly, or like send a text that may have been misunderstood? Like, for example, if you said I love you and they didn't say it back, and there suddenly, a miscommunication about it. It means may pagkakataon talaga na you might have been ghosted. Alright? Ba't ka naman kasi magsasabi ng I love you? Kayo ba? 'Di ba? Oh, that's like a random. Why you wanted like to say a text I love you, all right? Wala namang intimacy kayong like nararamdaman for is that. All right, that's like an awkward thing. There will be a reason why that person, ghosted you. Minsan, all right, hindi natin nalalaman tayo yung like reason why people actually ghosted us. Hindi lang yung mga nanggo-ghost. Alright? Because some of them, binibigyan nila ng reason yung tao para i-ghost sila, para hindi na sila kausapin. And then suddenly, at the end of the day, putang ina, yung taong yun, yung nag-ghost pa, hindi na nagparamdam, yung magiging masama kasi hindi na siya nagparamdam. But come to think about it, you provided a reason on that certain person to ghosted you. And to me, naisip nyo ba yun? Hindi nyo naiisip yun, di ba? Kasi akala nyo, ginost na kayo, hindi na nagparamdam. Bakit ka ginost? Alright? In the first place, ibig sabihin, alright, did you say something that they reacted strongly or may ginawa ka na hindi nila nagustuhan? That's one of the those are the reason bakit ka ginost. Diba? I'm just gonna go ahead and sip of water. Hold on. Refreshing. Right? Next, did either of you go through like any major life events? That's also a question, guys. All right. Did they move to a new place, start a new job, go through a traumatic events that left them grieving? All right. Those are questions. Now, keeping up can seem impossible when physical or emotional distance grow, and ghosting can seem like easiest, like least complicated option in some cases. But the silence may be temporary, such as if they've recently taken on a big project or work or have a traumatic life event, or but in the other case, it could be like permanent. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give you an example. All right, you're talking to a person. All right, you're talking to this person, like nagkakilala kayo, okay, blah blah blah, getting to know each other, okay, good. The conversation is actually pretty well good, like keeping going, blah blah blah, and then suddenly, all right, may na-open up siyang about like traumatic event sa buhay niya, blah blah blah, and then you seemingly responded like it's funny. All right, it's funny to you, just like you actually laugh at that. All right, of course that person will what. All right, ano mararamdaman ng tao, like you invalidated the feeling about like the traumatic event happened, to her life. All right, you just laugh at it. Why? That's one of the indication, all right, that talagang i-ghost ka niya because parang wala ka naman pakialam. See? There's a lot of reason, there's a lot of tendency. All right, there's a lot of like, you know, there's a lot of reason to provoke someone para i-ghost ka. Hindi lang dahil na gusto lang ng tao na i-ghost ka. No, it's not like that. All right? May mga tao na unti-unti nilang like ipinaparamdam na kailangan nilang lumayo sa iyo in some various um what actions, okay, if they're lalo na pag cold replies, something like that. If they're not really interested about what you're saying, is they're not agreeing, something like that. Because sometimes, again, tulad nga ng sinasabi ko, tayo rin yung rason kung bakit tayo ghost ng tao. Siguro when it comes to our attitude, the way we speak, all right, or how to invalidate their emotions, their feelings. Tayo rin yung nagpuput ng burden through them eh. Why? All right, and then we couldn't blame those person who actually ghosted us, because if tayo yung rason kung bakit tayo ghost ng tao, we don't need, like, hindi natin sila masasisi. Alright, that's our fault kung bakit hindi natin ginost. See? Now, nalalaman nyo na yung mga information na dapat yung malaman? Or, let's jump into this. Like, I what should I do if I've been ghosted? Alright? Guys, coping with any kind of loss can be difficult. Alright? Even if you don't know the person that well, if you were close with them, it can cause even more or an emotional response. Guys, ghosting can also affect our self-esteem, okay, and negatively impact your current and future relationship, both romantic and otherwise. Now, and in an age where relationships that start online are becoming more common, being ghosted by someone with whom you keep up like closely through text or social media can make you feel alienated or isolated from the digital communities. Okay, there's sobrang daming ganyan, like nakikita ko sa mga feeds, most likely sa Facebook, Instagram. There's a lot of people like posting about ghost memes, blah blah blah. Pero putang ina, diba? Like, what the fuck? Alright? Some people, like, nagpapanggap lang na, like, yeah, ginost sila. But sila naman yung reason kung bakit sila ginost eh. About their attitude, the way, fuck that, diba? Like in social media, may nakilala ka, alright, blah blah blah, sa mga certain dating apps, you talk, how many days, and suddenly bilang nawala, oh, diba? May reason behind those kind of act, those certain events. Hindi lang nang ayon niya lang na kausapin ka na or what so fucking ever, but there's a lot of reason, there's a lot of what ifs, there's a lot of overthinking thoughts. Siguro may jowa yun, kinausap niya lang ako kasi nag-aaway sila ng jowa niya, alright? Or siguro kinausap niya lang ako kasi bored siya. Alright? Ako lang yung option para nandyan. Kasi ako yung nandyan, di ba? Para lang kausapin niya ako. See? There's a lot, right? And then suddenly, nung nag-okay na sila ng jowa niya, ginost niya na ako, di ba? Lalo na yung mga, what? Like, mga womanizer, like, mga sad girl at saka sad boy. Alam mo yun yung madalas nang go-ghost, yung mga puta ninang yan. Like, to be honest, exactly, alam mo yun? Like, akala mo inapi sila sa social media, tapos ang madalas silang sabihin na lines ganito, pasensya ka na kasi ganito lang ako. Like, what the fuck is that kind of lame? That line, that's fucking lame, okay? But if you're going to ask me how do I move on about being ghosted, guys, it's like really simple. Like, let me go ahead and provide you some moving on steps from ghosting, okay? But it doesn't look like the same for everyone, all right? Again, this is not an advice, this is like a knowledge and learning that I can share to you. Moving on from ghosting doesn't look like the same for everyone, and how you move on can differ, all right, if that person has a romantic partner, a friend, or a coworker. All right, here are some ways that you can actually help yourself to confront and accept your feelings about being ghosted. First of all, set boundaries first. Exactly. Just want a fling, all right? Interested in something more? Or expect them to check in every day, week, month? Honestly, transparency can help you and the other person make sure no lines are crossed unknowingly. Kung fling lang yan, okay, that's fine. You need to set your boundaries. Interested in something more, why not set a boundary first? Okay? Honesty and transparency can help you both. Second, give the person time limit. All right. Haven't heard like from them for a weeks or months, are tired of waiting? Give them an ultimatum. All right. For example, you can send them a message and asking, or like to call or text in the next week, or you assume the relationship is fucking over. It's fine. Then you can go ahead, and this can seem harsh, but it can give you closure and restore lost feelings of power of control. All right, what's next? Don't automatically blame yourself. Exactly. You have no evidence or context for concluding why the other person left that relationship. So don't get down on yourself and cause yourself further emotional harm. Next, don't treat your feelings with substance abuse. Putang ina, ito na tayo eh. Ito, pag ginos tayo, maglalasing, ayun, kung ano-anong gagawin. And don't numb the pain with drugs, alcohol, or other quick highs, okay? Instead, try to fix yourself, alright? Ito yung mga like what like reasons, or this fixes are temporarily, alright? Maglalasing ka, kung anong gagawin mo, katangahan, alright? You act like stupid. Those are temporary things. You may not find yourself confronting the difficult feelings later and more inconvenient time, alright? Such as in your next relationship. Next, spend time with your friends and or family. Seek the compassion, all right, companionship of people who like you really trust. That's your friend and family. Now, what are the takeaways, guys? Ghosting isn't it a trend, all right? But the hyper connectedness and of online 20 first century life has been made it easier to stay connected, and by its default has made it more obvious when a relationship has abruptly ended. The first thing you should remember, whether you've been ghosted or you're actually the one who've been ghosting, all right? Calling it off and getting closure can be hard and sometimes painful. But treating people with kindness and respect can go a long way in relationship. And the next, again, this is Toby, and thank you for listening to Lalaki Mahiwaga podcast. Sayonara, Mine.